Okay, hello everybody. For this video, we'll be doing the 9 styles challenge. If you haven't seen it before, basically you draw like the same character in a bunch of different people's styles. And these people can be from like Instagram or YouTube. I think you did a Webtoon style, which is pretty cool. A style is basically the way someone like draws specific parts of something, or just basically how they stylize their drawings, because obviously you don't draw everything exactly how it looks in real life. Yeah, so because Kay and I were both doing this challenge, we each picked 3 artists to do, and then we then we drew each other's style, and then lastly we drew our style. Okay, so the first style, this is me doing Samdoesarts style. He has a YouTube channel, and he's also on Instagram.
Yep.
So some things about his style, well, mostly I wanted to try to copy his shading because it's like super saturated, and I think it's like really cool. And then, I don't know, how would you describe it? Kate also.
So it is like, it's very saturated and bright, which is super cool. And then he's also able to like simplify shapes like really fast, but like in an effective way that like still looks really nice.
Yeah, the eyes are like bigger than I'm used to drawing.
Yeah.
But that's gonna be a kind of common trend because we draw eyes like
it's like slightly more proportionate to like the actual facial proportions.
Yeah. So right now I had some pictures of his drawings pulled up, and I was like trying to figure it out because I've noticed that I kind of blend a lot more than he does, because it's more like sharp shadows than blended out. So I was really trying hard not to blend things out too much, and trying to find the right colors for the shadows was like kind of hard. I kept changing them over and over again.
Yeah.
He also draws like super fast. I don't know how he does it.
I was
Like, our
really
drawings take
impressed
a
when you
ridiculous
showed
amount of
me
time.
at like how close your colors were, or like
Yeah. I actually didn't use any like multiply layers or anything. I was just like getting my colors
independent.
well, except for like a couple add layers, or no, not add, color dodge to make it like brighter. I think I'm almost done now. For some reason it's flipped. It's supposed to be the other way. I don't know why the time lapse was like this, but I think I got pretty close.
Yeah.
The colors are saturated. He also does these like hatch marks on some places, but they're not super visible in my drawing.
Yeah. I think
So this is
really
Samdoesarts.
pretty.
Yeah.
Okay,
now.
Yes. Now this is me, Kay, doing I don't know how to say it, but she's an Instagrammer. It's like ErmMe. Yeah. So she's on Instagram, and I think she was one of maybe like the first few people that I found on Instagram, and was like, oh, her art style's kind of cool, and she did things from like this video game that Elle and I used to play, so that was fun. And then I ended up doing her style, and so for her style, she has this like really flowy, majestic hair, and I was like, oh my god, I can do that, maybe, yeah. And so here I am, I'm going at it. I accidentally got a little bit carried away and made the hair too long, but you know, that it happens.
Oh, I don't think we mentioned this, but we're both drawing our personas.
Oh, yeah.
So like you know, our little icons in the corner, we're drawing us as in these different styles, because we couldn't figure out who to draw, so we just drew ourselves.
Yeah. So here I go. Elle was actually consistent with her clothing throughout this collab. I kind of ended up changing it. So here I go, copying the clothing from my reference, and then it's basically what happened, and then got the colors going. And I actually
how
really
would you
liked,
describe her style though? Oh, sorry, you really like
I really liked
hair.
how she like colors her eyes. She also does like the blurry eye thing, and I think she was the one that I got it from. But her like coloring style is like a little bit more simplistic than how I typically color, and then I guess it's like the facial features are less carved out, and her eyes are definitely like slightly bigger, and I struggle just a think at the beginning.
Like a little bit like, I don't know, like straighter at the top.
Yeah, and then like rounder at the bottom.
Yeah. I think that's ErmMe, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then our next style is now I'm doing drawing with Waffles. She's a YouTuber and I really like her videos. She's super cheerful.
Yeah.
And watching her sketch and stuff is super cool to watch. And she does all kinds of art box videos and just a lot of different stuff.
Yeah.
But she also does digital too. So one thing, she does these big kind of round eyes and they're usually filled in black. So I did that. And she has kind of big ears too and a round face. I don't think the eyes completely matched how she does the eyes, but it was close. I hope you'd be able to tell it's her style.
Yeah.
It's the way with her too, the way she simplifies shapes is super cool. Oh, here's me forgetting that the hair is my hair is purple, so it was just brown.
Yeah.
But I changed that, and I did a really simple shading, no shading. I just added a lot of blush, which she does too. So that's drawing with Waffles. Yeah.
Okay, here is Spirited Away inspired art. Yeah, from Studio Ghibli. And then I basically decided I want to complicate things for myself and have myself holding a soot sprite, which I regretted as I was coloring and line arting, but we'll get to that later. I struggled with the eyes really hard for this one because the proportions are so different from how I normally draw. It's actually pretty simplistic and the hair is a lot spikier than how I normally draw. I think I got it pretty close though. The eyes were kind of hard to line art though. Yeah, she looked a little bit demented in the beginning. I'm sorry for all of you who had to see that. I was terrified too. And here I am struggling. And then I think the shirt was fine.
Can't believe you drew a hand when you didn't have to.
I know. But the soot sprite though, they were so cute. They were my favorite thing. And here I go with the hair, the spiky hair. I actually used to have really spiky hair when I first started drawing, so trip down memory lane.
I feel a lot of people did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, spikes, yes. And now it's gone.
Yeah. But not aesthetic spikes, just really bad spikes.
Mine were
not even close to these
yeah,
kinds
these
of
are
spikes.
actually with purpose spikes. My spikes are everywhere.
And you have some cell shading too.
That was nice. It was a lot faster. And then also, I tend to forget to draw my own flower. So here I am coming back, and then I'm about done after I changed the background a couple times.
Yeah.
Woo.
So this next style is Love2DrawManga, who's a YouTuber. In case you couldn't tell, she likes manga and anime styles. Yeah. So once again, these eyes are really big and not what I'm used to drawing. So I was kind of struggling with that, and I don't know. I'm sure she uses a brush to do the eyelashes, but I didn't have a brush like that, so I was painfully erasing them out to make the eyelash shape.
Mm-hmm.
That nose, kind of nice to draw,
Yeah,
because simple.
That nice point,
Also kind of struggled to draw up the pointy chin because my chins are not pointy.
Yeah, anime chin.
Oh my god, I shifted her because she was too skinny, and I just made the whole drawing wider. She has super sparkly eyes, so I tried to copy that with all the highlights and stuff. I don't really know much to say about her shading, so there she is. I don't think I did the hair super accurate, but I tried my best. She does this band of highlight, and sometimes it's shadow on the hair, and then some brighter highlights around it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, here is art from a Webtoon artist. The Webtoon is called School Bus Graveyard, and so I actually really like her art style, so obviously I chose it. And then I'm gonna get a demented looking face here soon too, because I apparently can't draw big eyes with pointy chins, but here we go.
It doesn't look that bad.
Yeah, okay. Confusion with the mouth, a lot of shifting around.
Nice.
Struggles.
Give up.
And then, okay, so I noticed for her style, I think her line art, she might have like a brush for it, but all of her line art is like the same like width, so there's no like tapering at the ends. And then she doesn't really shade. Actually, does she shade at all? I don't think she shades at all, unless it's for like with like background lighting or like outside lighting. But since this is just the person itself, there was no shading, which was like amazing. Definitely didn't also choose it because I wouldn't have to shade.
Yeah, I mean, makes sense since she has to draw a webtoon.
Yeah, but like I still
easier.
really like her style, even though there's like no shading.
Well, I mean, sometimes having no shading kind of adds to it.
I like
the
how she chooses
feeling.
her colors. They're like, is it saturated? They're a lot more saturated than colors that I would normally choose.
You remembered the flower.
Finally. Yes. And now I'm done. Woo.
Yes. Woo. And then now it's me trying to draw Kay's style. Kay's style and my style are actually kind of similar in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Here's me sketching. I don't think we do much differently on our sketching process.
Yeah.
And then I did a tiny sketch, I enlarged it, and now I'm doing a cleanup sketch. This is like exactly the same as how I draw.
Yeah.
So, and then she does noses like more realistic than I do. And then, she does line art. Oh, don't mind that. Those faces. Okay, the worst part of her style for me to draw are those eyelashes. I don't get it. She like erases inside of them to make like eyelashes, but like with erasing.
Yeah.
And you have this little like triangle nose shadow thing.
Yeah. Sometimes I forget
which looks
though,
cool.
and then I'm like, oh,
yeah,
it's okay. It doesn't need.
And then your hair is usually a lot more detailed than mine, but I couldn't really figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But I had those eyelashes. I didn't even erase. Now I'm trying to erase those parts.
I mean, I think you pulled it off pretty well though. Like.
Yeah. Now I'm filling in the flats.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. I'm coloring the line art, something both of us do if we do line art.
Yeah.
And I got that blurry iris and the darker pupil, which is really hard to see. I actually make my eyes lighter later so you can see it. I added these like purple shadows because we both think it's cool.
Yeah.
But she tried it first, so yeah. Her shading is in general like kind of lighter and more desaturated than mine. So I kept finding myself like lowering the opacity and like lowering the saturation because I was like, oh, it doesn't look right.
Yeah.
But also, her shading is also more detailed than mine in a lot of ways.
Yeah. Sometimes though, it's because I don't know when to stop, and then I'm like, oh man, I should have stopped while I was ahead. Too much detail.
Yeah, but your style's super cool.
Thank you.
Decide that nose shadow was not the way to go.
I love the darkening of the shadow. Got that.
And then I added this like purple multiply because you do that.
Yeah.
And then smiley face. I don't know. That was a flash. Anyways, I think I'm almost done now.
Free hair strand.
That is Kay's style, drawn by me.
Ooh. Okay, here is me drawing Elle's style. So, she doesn't do line art, which is actually like big surprise, a big time saver, and like a lot easier.
I just don't like it. It's too much work, and it looks the same mostly, or worse than usually.
And then I guess so for her style, her eyes are more simplified than mine are, cause eyelashes are painful, understandable. And then her hair is also like less detailed than mine. I actually struggled with the eyes for a bit because for some reason I couldn't do it. I think it's also just because what is it? I'm facing forward, and that's something that Elle tends to do a lot more than I do. She'll draw characters facing forward, which is why I was like, yeah, I can do it. Big regret because I'm better at drawing 3/4 views, or like 3/4 views, and then I think I'm just cleaning up some things. Yeah,
I also fill in the iris sometimes instead of having a color for the iris. So that's something else.
And then here I am doing the shading. So for her nose shading, I noticed she kind of does like a darker shadow and then like blends it upwards. And then she also, something that I don't really do as much that she does is she has like highlights on the face. So I attempted that, and then I struggled with the mouth. She's somehow able to pull it off really well, but I don't know how. I don't know. I've watched her do it so many times and I still can't figure it out.
I don't know either. I just do it, the lips.
From choosing the color to even just like drawing it, I'm like, how are you doing this?
I don't know what much to say about the hair.
Yeah.
Because we do it really similarly. Yours is just more detailed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess for the clothing, I noticed that your clothing shading is like more blended out than mine.
That's in general for a lot of my stuff, honestly. It's more blended out.
Oh, look, I remember the flower for this one though.
Congrats. Oh. And now it's me drawing in my own style. So,
which is kind of funny because you did it like the 3/4 instead of front view.
Yeah. We like swapped what we usually do. It's kind of funny. So I again have my rough sketch that's super tiny, and then I enlarge it. And also as I do, I sketch, and then I don't take that long to sketch, and then I spend a super long time trying to fix my proportions. But what was great is that while I was drawing this, Kay was right next to me, so I could show it to her and be like, help. And then sometimes you see stuff shifting a bunch, and that's me asking her for help.
Yeah. And then me being like, struggle.
See, she drew a smiley face, or I drew a smiley face. So here, this is all Kay trying to help me. Help, I don't understand.
Us both being like, how do you do hair?
Yeah. But then, once I got most of the proportions down, I think I did another sketch over it. Mm-hmm. And yes, as Kay said, I don't really do line art. Yeah. I just do like a cleaner sketch, and then I just fill in my flats. Because, I don't know, it's easier that way.
Yeah. I mean, one of the things I admire and wish to take.
Yes, and here are the flats. I don't know, I think my shadows are like pinker than yours.
Yeah. It's more saturated.
Yeah, I kind of just slap it down everywhere and then blend it.
See those lips. They like actually have. Mine are always like gray whenever I try to copy her, but then when I try to add more color, I'm like it looks like a clown, so I desaturate it. Struggles.
Yeah. I think I'm. Oh yeah, right.
Pink
I
background.
have to close first. Yeah, don't worry about it. I think my hair is like brighter than yours sometimes too. And then I didn't really know what to do for the clothes, not gonna lie.
Same. Relatable.
I think my characters might have more blush too sometimes when I draw. Yeah. I think I'm basically done. Yes.
Oh, okay. So for this one, I was like, I can't give her a super sharp jawline because I have a round face, so I overcompensated and everything was too wide.
Yes. This is Kay drawing her own style, by the way.
Yeah. So here I am, and I actually managed to do the eyes first try, which I was proud of because typically when I draw front view eyes, I hate them and have to redo it. But this time was different.
Look at those eyelashes. Yeah. I could never. Those luscious eyelashes.
I mean, you managed though when you did my style, and it looked really nice. So
luscious hair strands. I also could never. It's okay. My hair is improved from the beginning.
It has.
Yeah.
Shoulder confusion.
I think you looked at it too long, and you're like, wait, the proportions are off.
Yeah.
And then.
Oops.
Yeah.
And here I am.
Here are your flats.
Yeah. Oh, forgot the flower. My bad. Coloring line art.
More proportion fixing.
Yeah.
Relatable content.
I was like, oh no, it's slanted. Oh, let me just bring that in a little bit. Okay. Here I go coloring. I think the first time I colored this, I actually didn't like it because.
Yeah, I think I might have cut it out though.
Yeah. And so this is my third attempt.
I think you tried.
Yeah, this is my third attempt. It turned out this time. I don't really know.
Blurry. Blue, blurry eye.
Here I go.
Yes, and you have those colored shadows.
Yeah. And the mouth be very blended out because I didn't know what to do. Oh, and then clothes. I think I'm almost done. Just gotta do hair.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say.
Put shadow in dark part. Put highlight in not dark part.
Ooh.
Haha. looks super nice though, man.
Thank you. Yours also looked really
Yeah.
nice though.
Thank you.
I'm proud of us for both doing it in a position we normally wouldn't do.
Yeah. And I think it looks super nice, man.
Yeah.
I think I said that already. Oh well, double emphasis.
Thank you. Oh.
And there you are in your own style. And then these are all of them. And there's me in the middle, and then I think I'll have the other. Yes, now Kay is in the middle.
Yeah.
That's our 9 style challenge. We hope you enjoyed.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.